Governor, what has Kamala Harris done for the middle class?
Yeah, well, Kamala Harris's day one was Donald Trump's failure on COVID that led to the collapse of our economy. 10 million people out of work, largest percentage since the Great Depression. 9 million jobs closed on that. That was day one.
It drives me crazy the way that Democrat politicians play both sides when it comes to the COVID response. You know, in the campaign for president, Joe Biden made it out to be that everything that Donald Trump was doing wasn't enough. It wasn't strict enough. It wasn't strong enough. It wasn't going to do it. It wasn't every life that was lost was on Donald Trump. It was all Donald Trump's fault. That's exactly what Joe Biden's campaign told everybody. It was all Donald Trump. Donald Trump wasn't doing enough. They were going to be stricter. They were going to be more restrictive. They were, or more straining. They were going to be, more forceful with vaccines and passports and all they were going to do all that. That's what they implied through their campaign and their rhetoric. They never actually said it out loud, but it's this implicit way that they basically said Donald Trump wasn't doing enough. At the same time, they told everybody not to take the vaccines. Don't take the vaccines. They're dangerous. They basically played the role during the 2020 campaign for president. The Democrat Party played the role of the vaccine conspiracy theorist. That's who the Democrat Party were. They were the vaccine conspiracy theorists telling everybody not to take the vaccine because Donald Trump. And then as soon as Joe Biden took president, they were trying to force everybody to take vaccines. They're trying to force and push more passports, more regulations, more mandates, more of all of that. Still, at minimum, dragging this stuff out. Most average people were waiting for Donald Trump to win presidency so that all of that would go away. The average person knows that all of it would have went away if Donald Trump would have won president. So when you sit there and you blame Donald Trump for his response to COVID, at the same time being stricter and more straining on people's lives with more passports and more mandates, why are you now sitting here blaming Trump for the way the economy went down when the economy would have been worse because you guys wanted worse responses? See, actions produce outcomes. And I think this is one of the biggest problems that happens in the Democrat Party is that people think that you can just do things and then they don't have, consequences, that you can force all these mandates, you can force all these vaccines, you can shut down everybody's businesses, and somehow the supply chain is still going to go. Somehow the economy is still going to go. Somehow all these people are still going to get all the goods and services and all the things they want at the same time that the government shuts it all down. And then you're going to blame the guy who didn't really want it as strict as the Democrat Party wanted it. We all know that Donald Trump wouldn't have been as restrictive when it came to COVID response if it hadn't been for the pressure from the Democrat Party. But yet now the Democrat Party blames him for not doing enough, at the same time blaming him for having done too much. See, Democrat politicians always play us when it comes to both sides. This is what they do on every issue. They play both sides. They play upon people who aren't really paying attention. They make the other guy out to be such a horrible person. Oh my God, if you vote for Donald Trump, that you're just a horrible person who hates X, Y, and Z and da-da-da-da-da-da. Ignore all of our lies. Ignore what we've done to the world. Ignore what we've done to the economy. Just look at Donald Trump, and he's such a bad man because of the porn star thing and because of all this other stuff. At the same time, ignore all the horrible things that we're doing and don't blame us for those things. But yet this stack of horrible things that the Democrat Party is doing to our country is way worse than the mean orange man doing mean things. And I'm not even a Donald Trump supporter. I'm going to vote for him because I can't stand the Democrat Party because of crap like this. They can't be trusted with telling the truth. Democrats lie constantly because their policies are so terrible that they use emotions against us. And then when those emotions go wrong and the policies tied to those emotions go wrong, they then have to try to pretend as though they weren't the ones who made it happen. Like Kamala Harris is sitting there telling everybody now that she doesn't want to tax tips, but yet she was the deciding vote when it came to taxing tips. Democrats are liars. They play both sides because if their true intentions were known by the average person and by most people, that people wouldn't vote for them. So they make the other guy out to be a horrible man, horrible orange man, pin everything that they do upon him, and people buy it. Because some people aren't paying attention. Thanks for watching.